Hello YouTube, Munford100 signing. Hello YouTube, Munford100 signing on. Today I'm going to be doing a special review. It's more of a nostalgic review than anything else, and it's going to be on the Bob the Builder playset yard and characters that I've just got. Don't worry, this is a one-off. It was by request by a very good friend of mine. Right, I will start with Talk and Scoop. As you can see, this is a lot larger vehicle than all the others. He comes with all the movable features, his backhoe, his digger, stabilizes everything, is in very good working order, and when you pull up his arm like that, helps it switched on. His light comes on and he makes sounds. Not sure if you can.
Can we build it? Yes, we can!
Them are the only two phrases that's included in this. I remember when I was growing up, this was very rare even back when I was a child. So now it's extremely rare to find this model in this good condition. So yeah, that's Talk and Scoop there, which is probably one of my favourite models I've just getting. Now we move on to the soft Pilchard toy, which, as you can see, has all Pilchard's little features, a little blue nose, the dark shades of blue, the stripes on the tail and back, which, yeah, I just really got this because it's pretty cute, I'm not going to lie. I mean, how can you not love that face? Come on, guys. Next, we will move on to the Bob figure, which again, just like Scoop, this was the original Bob the Builder figure that they brought out with these play sets. Because now I believe they've got newer ones where he's got a high-vis jacket on or whatever. But yeah, I do quite like this figure. As you can see, he's got his screwdriver and wrench in his tool belt there, and he's got a hammer at the back, the trademark checkered shirt, and yeah. Right, now we move on to one of the lesser popular characters I got, which is Skip. He was introduced around about season 6, I believe, and then just sort of disappeared when they did the project Build It. The Skip is completely removable. You can take it off and put it back on just by pressing these two little clips together. Then it should clip back into place. Apologise, these eyes are really terrible. And you can also move the Skip down as if he was picking it up from the building site and put it back up. Not many other features on Skip. There's a little clip there which allows for him to turn corners easier, and it's completely friction powered, like most of the vehicles I've got. So yeah, that's Skip. And now we move on to the fun stuff, the yard. Before we go into the yard, here we find Travis with his trailer and his trusty sidekick Spud the Scarecrow. Now Spud's probably one of my favourite characters in Bob because he was just a little bastard. As you can see, they've got all the great features of Spud. His eyes, his parsnip nose, his straw hands and feet. The only thing that they haven't included is the stripes on his scarf, which I'm not too sure why they haven't included that, but either way it's just a great little representation of Spud. And there's Travis there. Like Skip, he is fully fictional. The trailer is removable as well. If you move him backwards and forwards, you can see his exhaust pipe moves up and down. This model's in very good nick, by the way. In fact, they all are. The trailer there, it's just completely freewheeled, and it's got two little bales of hair in, and Spud was in many episodes. Spud's often seen sitting in the back of Travis's trailer while he's on the way to market or Bob's yard for whatever reason. Now we go into the yard and we find all the other machines. In the corner there you've got Muck and Dizzy. You have Kiltred the cat, Lofty, Bob and Wendy by the door there. Over here on the top of the lean-to you have Bird, and down here you have Friction Howard, Scoop and Rolly. I'll take Rolly out first to show you his features. Rolly is pretty simple machine, likes to chill out and rock and roll. If you move him backwards and forwards, his eyes, as you can see there, move up and down, as is often seen in the television series. It's a great face on him. In fact, most of these machines are pretty spot on to the TV series. You can see the light there, which sadly doesn't light up. I will put him back and move on to Dizzy. Now Dizzy is the only model I have a problem with because of her sheer size. In the TV series she is very small, and sadly when they were building these they didn't quite get her height right, which I'll show you next to Travis. She is massive. In fact, I think a better representation would be her next to Tart and Scoop, because that is the scale she's meant to be, but sadly she's not. Anyway, Dizzy has all the features and everything correct. There's only one other thing missing, which is a little black line which is meant to run down the side of her mixer, which is completely 360 rotatable. She doesn't have a friction powered motor like the rest of them. She is pull back and go, as you can see. Yeah, she's a nice model, but like I say, if they're getting the size a little bit more smaller, she would be spot on. But never mind, we can't have everything. Next model up, I think, will be Lofty. Alright. Now Lofty, like Skip, has a little connection there, so he can turn corners. His crane arm is fully extendable. I will show you how to do this when you've only got one hand. Yeah, like that, and then you can push it back and forward. He doesn't really have a feature when he's moving backwards and forwards, it's just friction powered basically. His hook's also free as well. Yeah, he just moves backwards and forwards basically. Again, very decent representation of the model from the TV series. It looks pretty much spot on. The pupils are a tiny bit big, but that's me just being picky. But yeah, that's Lofty out of the way, and we will move on to Muck. By the way, if you're wondering why I haven't put Lofty back, there is a very good reason. Because there's some features of the house I need to show you all as well. Muck, just like Friction Torque and Scoop, his arms move backwards and forward. You can also move his bucket back and forth, and when he moves forward, there's a little tiny clip underneath his dumper, which I'm sure you can see there. Makes it move up and down. Muck, just like Spud, is one of my favourite characters in Bob. I always found him pretty funny in certain situations, and he's red, which is a very nice colour. But yeah, I think this is a very good representation of Muck. Also, his digger moves out as well, and back in, which Scoop also has the same features on his digger. Speaking of which, now on to Scoop. Just put Muck back in his little shelter. And now we turn to Scoop. Now sadly, this is the only model I've got that doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to, because when you move Scoop forward, his digger arms are supposed to move up and down, which I'm not too sure why they don't, but never mind. Scoop again is fully friction powered. His front bucket moves backwards and forwards and up and down as well, as does his back digger. You can move the bucket. This is the only Scoop again is fully friction powered. His front bucket moves backwards and forwards and up and down as well, as does his back digger. You can move the bucket, you can extend the arms and everything. God, I really and everything. God, I really need a tripod for Christmas. He's also got some stabilisers there, which can be used to obviously help him dig holes so he doesn't tip over. Again, like all the other models, this is a brilliant representation of Scoop. It's pretty much spot on to the TV series. The only thing I wished that included would maybe have been a little bulb inside his light, but I guess they just didn't have room. But never mind. Now we put Scoop back and we move into the yard. We have Bob's house there, and you have Bob and Wendy outside of the house, and you'll notice there's some little things you can move about. Like if you push this button on the back here, the roof drops down and you can push it back into place. Also, I can find the switch. There's two switches on the back. One lets the house light up, and two, if you push the certain buttons, you can hear certain catchphrases. Lets the house light up, and two, if you push the certain buttons, you can hear certain catchphrases like
Look everyone, it's finished.
and
Well, that's it, team. Another job well done.
and
Can we fix it? Yes, we can. There, all done.
and also the tree. I have to say that's my favourite sound effect of the whole yard.